Hi and welcome, John Morris Show on a Monday from the TFNB studios, historic Elm Avenue in Waco. Glad you're with us, coming out of a nice weekend. Hope yours was nice as well. Plenty to recap, talk about, and visit with you about coming out of the weekend. Baylor baseball on to the Big 12 tournament. Softball, their season comes to an end. Track and field, Big 12 outdoor championships this weekend. So plenty going on this weekend. Graduation at Baylor. 2 ceremonies on Friday, 2 more on Saturday. We were talking about that last time we visited. That was Friday morning. So congratulations to all the new Baylor graduates that are out there following this weekend. Let's start with Baylor. Let's start with this. We are brought to you every day of the week by Alliance Bank Central Texas and by the Brazos Landing. We'll have a live bonus show at the Brazos Landing this Wednesday at noon to 1, then Matt Mosley 1 to 3 live from the Brazos Landing Wednesday, the 20th. So come join us there, and you'll see what I'm talking about when I tell you about the $12 lunch menu that they have available every day that they are opened at the Brazos Landing. Not open today, closed on Mondays, back at it tomorrow, and we'll be there for a live bonus show at noon on Wednesday. Let's start with Baylor softball playing in the NCAA Austin Regional. Texas, the host school there, and spoiler alert, Texas won the regional, and they're advancing to a super regional. They're the number 2 national seed. They're the defending national champions. Baylor matched up against Wisconsin in the opening round, lost that game to Wisconsin on Friday. So they're in the losers bracket immediately, had to bounce back and did so in a big way on Saturday. They played Wagner. And how about this? Got a no-hitter from Sadie Ross in the win over Wagner on Saturday. Just terrific. There's Sadie in action, and big win for the Bears. It extended their season and really needed someone other than Peyton Tanner, to step up in the circle. And Sadie Ross was that person. So no-hitter over Wagner, a win. Baylor's still alive. And then they got to play Wisconsin again. And Baylor won the game over Wisconsin on Saturday to eliminate the Badgers. And that advances Baylor to the championship game, or if necessary, games on Sunday against UT. And really, to be honest, ran into a buzzsaw in UT and lost that game 7-0. Was the final score on Sunday to end the season. Baylor finishes at 30-28, but in the championship game of a regional, and reaching the regional was a success really for this young Baylor team. But it came to an end, falling to Texas on Saturday, and that was the end of the season, end of the road for Baylor softball. So softball season comes to an end. NCAA regional. Baseball wrapping up the regular season over the weekend, a series in Salt Lake City against Utah, and a key series. Remember Friday we were talking about how big this series was for seedings in the Big 12 tournament, for potential spot in an NCAA regional for Baylor baseball. 2 teams right next to each other in the standings. Baylor was a game ahead of Utah going into the weekend. They were a game behind BYU going into the weekend. BYU was 8th, Baylor was 9th, Utah was 10th in the standings. All had already clinched spots in the Big 12 tournament, but looking to improve their seeding, playing games this weekend. And Bears lost the series opener. It was Thursday, lost to Utah in that first game. Bounced back in a big way on Friday, game 2 of the series, won 10-3. They had the bats going all weekend. If there's ever any question about the balls flying better in Utah or in Arizona, shouldn't be any question now. Baylor had 11 home runs in the 3-game series, 11, including 3 more by Tice Armstrong. He's now got 24 on the season. Remember when we had he and Charlie Carter and Jim Blair with us together last week, Charlie said, man, keep hitting them. Get to 25. 25 is a nice round number. Well, he's almost there. He's sitting at 24 home runs on the season for Tice Armstrong. None more dramatic than ninth inning on on Saturday in the rubber match of the 3-game series. Think about that. The series, goes one way or the other, depending if you win that game 3. If Baylor won, they would be the number 8 seed in the Big 12 tournament. If they had lost that game, they would have dropped into a tie with Utah, but Utah would have had the advantage because of the head-to-head. They would have taken 2 of 3, so Baylor would have been the 9th seed. 9th seed has to play the first game of the tournament in Surprise, Arizona on Tuesday afternoon. When the 8th seed, you don't play until the first game of the tournament on Wednesday. You get a first-round bye. That's big. I mean, that's really big. So Bears trailing going to the 9th inning. Big Tice Armstrong gets on the big stage. Great opportunity. Bam. A 3-run home run in the 9th inning, and the Bears win it over Utah. Dramatic home run by Tice Armstrong. Really cool to listen to Tom and see Lark on the other side of the camera. Tom and Derek doing the games. Really cool to listen to them and the excitement in their voices calling that. Tice Armstrong, just a huge home run. The exit velocity was given to us as 115 miles an hour. They said once it was 448 feet. I'm not sure if that was ever verified, but that's what they said. That home run landed 448 feet away. So just a huge home run. Bears got the win over Utah. They take the series 2-1, and they are now the number 8 seed in the Big 12 tournament, and they do get that first round bye. So by virtue of that win on Saturday, the Bears will be the 8th seed in the Big 12 tournament. Tournament begins tomorrow, and I think we have a look at the bracket. The brackets are now completely set. There it is. 2 games coming up tomorrow. Then Baylor would be in action against the winner of that Texas Tech BYU game on Wednesday from Surprise, Arizona. I was in my mind battling time zones all weekend, because Arizona, it's not as simple as, they're an hour behind us. They're 2 hours behind us. No, because Arizona doesn't switch, to daylight savings time. Sometimes they're an hour behind us. Sometimes they're 2 hours behind us. And I guess that's the case. I had in my mind that the game was Wednesday at 5:30 Central Time, and double check with Max and Derek and Tom, and they said, no, 6:30. So it's 6:30 Central Time for the game against the winner of the first round game, BYU and Texas Tech, on Wednesday for the Bears from Surprise, Arizona. So big weekend for Baylor baseball, and they stayed out there. They are headed from Salt Lake City straight to Surprise, Arizona. I don't know if they went yesterday or if they stayed. I bet they went yesterday since the game was Saturday. So they're probably in Surprise. We'll visit with Sean Snedeker coming up in just a few minutes, Baylor baseball pitching coach, and get the lay of the land wherever he is, whether it's in Arizona or whether it's still in Utah. I'm guessing they're in Arizona by now. But a big weekend for Baylor baseball there, and taking 2 of 3 from Utah, and in dramatic fashion they do that as well. All right, let's take a break. Track and field ran at the Big 12 Outdoor Championships out in Arizona over the weekend. Some real highlights there from a Baylor perspective. We'll share that with you, and plenty more to come. John Morris Show on a Monday. We do appreciate you tuning in. We are brought to you by the Brazos Landing. We mentioned that. Open, not open today, back open tomorrow, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day, Tuesday through Sunday. We're also brought to you by Alliance Bank Central Texas, your Central Texas business bank. Voted by Forbes 2025 Best In-State Banks. Alliance Bank Central Texas values their relationships with their customers and with their communities. That's why they have 7 convenient locations around Central Texas to serve you better. They're also on the web at alliancebanktexas.com. Check them out. You'll see what I'm talking about. That is Alliance Bank Central Texas. Back with more right after this John Morris Show on a Monday. We'll see you in a minute.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycat mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to CentralTexasCattleBaronsBall.org.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. And back with us, John Morris Show on a Monday morning. Just got word, Tom Barfield tells me that baseball flew yesterday from Salt Lake City to Surprise, Arizona. So that's where they are. They're in Surprise. The start of the Big 12 baseball tournament is tomorrow. Baylor will open on Wednesday. We'll get more from Sean Snedeker from Surprise, Arizona coming up next segment. And let me go back to softball a little bit. We mentioned Baylor bowed out of the NCAA tournament, advancing to the championship game of the Austin Regional, but losing to Texas, the defending national champions and the overall number 2 seed in the championship game. Arizona also fell out. Kansas was eliminated, but there were 4 Big 12 softball teams that advanced to super regional play, a couple of them on the road. Arizona State was in College Station playing in the Texas A&M Regional, and Arizona State, the Big 12 tournament champs. Remember, they beat Texas Tech to win the Big 12 tournament and then get sent to College Station for whatever reason. It didn't make sense when I saw it, but they went 3-0 over the weekend, including 2 wins over Texas A&M. And looky there, Arizona State is advancing to a super regional representing the Big 12. They now go to Austin to play Texas. Texas hosting that super regional against the Sun Devils later this week. UCF went to Tallahassee, where Florida State was obviously the host school, and UCF won that regional. So UCF on the road advances to a super regional. They are headed to Los Angeles. They'll play UCLA in that super regional coming up this weekend. And Texas Tech at home, they won their regional. Might not have been as easy as you might think. Texas Tech got down in one game. What was it? 8-0 or 8-1. They were behind by 8 runs. It was either 8-0 or 9-1. to Ole Miss. They trailed by 8 runs and came back and won the stinking game. So Texas Tech having to come from behind on their own field in Lubbock. They do so, and they win their regional, and they advance. The note from Texas Tech, interesting. Texas Tech became the first of 641 teams since 2000 in NCAA history to come back and win a game after being down by 8 or more runs. No team has done that since 2000 than Texas Tech. 10-9 was the final score in extra innings, and Tech is now headed to Gainesville, Florida. They've got a tough matchup in the Super Regional against the Florida Gators. Remember Tech late in the year, they hosted Baylor. Why are these games important? Well, they were trying to get to a top 8 national seed so they could host all the way through. They didn't get there. They're 11 national seed, and so they've got to go on the road for the Super Regional to play at Florida coming up this weekend. Then Oklahoma State also won in Stillwater. They won their regional. They are advancing. Eastern Illinois and Stanford were the other 2 teams there. They are now headed to Lincoln to play Nebraska. Tough draw there. Both teams, they've played each other twice already this year, and they're 1-1 against each other, Oklahoma State and Nebraska. Now, a lot riding on the games, best of 3 series for a trip to the Women's College World Series, Oklahoma State at Nebraska this weekend. Arizona and Baylor and Kansas, also regional teams from the Big 12, but bowed out in the regional round this weekend. All right, mentioned Baylor track and field, and the Big 12 outdoor championships wrapped up over the weekend out in Arizona. Jerry Hill covering those for us and you, and his stories are on the web at BaylorBears.com. It was some late nights for Jerry Hill covering that out in Arizona. Highlights from there, Tyria Kelly won the 200 and had her season best time. What was it? 22:19 on Saturday night. Unbelievable. It was a meet record. It was a personal record. And it was a facility record. 22:19. For Tyria Kelly winning the 200 meters. She was also second in the 100. The 100 for her was just kind of like something to do. You know, she's great in the 200. She's on the relay. Hey, Michael Ford says, let's just throw her into the 100 and see how it goes. Well, she finished second in the Big 12. So terrific meet for Tyria Kelly. The Baylor women finished 7th overall. Tinley Kuhn won the pole vault. Baylor finished 1, 2, and 4 in the pole vault. That's a lot of points in the Big 12 meet, but Tinley Kuhn won that. Tech won the men's and women's titles, Big 12 outdoor track and field titles. On the men's side, the highlight, the men closing event, Baylor won the 4x400 meter relay, one of their specialties, in a season best time. Looking for the time here. I don't see it. It was 3:02 and some change. There it is, 3:02.90. Top 10 in the country for the Baylor men to win the 4x400 meter relay. So well done over the weekend. That is track and field, the Big 12 outdoors. Now on to the national championships in Fayetteville, Arkansas, for those that have qualified from Baylor and from the Big 12. So you're caught up on Baylor athletics from the weekend. Baylor baseball, softball, track and field still going. Golf is still going. Baylor women's golf team, you remember from last week, advanced to nationals in Carlsbad, California. They are, let's see, I don't know their travel schedule, but they will take off early this week, go to Carlsbad, and then that tournament begins first round on Friday out there. Jonas Appel on the men's side, he has qualified as an individual for NCAA Regional, and he begins play today, first round today for Jonas Appel. He's down in College Station at that regional, not with the Baylor team, but as an individual, he's qualified there. So that's a look at what is going on, and that is it. Making sure I'm not leaving anybody out, but I think that's it. You know, things starting to, the list of teams that are still going here in mid-May is getting very short, but very important games and matches and events that are still on the horizon for several of these teams. All right, Sean Snedeker will join us coming up next segment. We look forward to visiting with him. The pitching for Baylor over the weekend. Baylor's got a great start from Zach Wallace. I think a season-long outing in the start by Wallace on Saturday, then Ethan Calder on Sunday. I keep saying Saturday, Sunday, but it was a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series. Ethan Calder in the series finale on Saturday. And then Caleb Bunch, 4 innings of relief work, just unbelievable. I was listening again to the game to Tom and Derek, and they brought Bunch in the 6th inning, and I thought, oh, man. They're putting everything, putting everything on go right there, bringing Bunch in that early in the game. But, man, did it work well. And he was just terrific and helped the Bears to the win in that series finale in the series victory, 2-1 over Utah. So pitching was very much a part of the Bears winning the series in Salt Lake City against Utah this weekend. Said this earlier, but if there was any question about the benefit of the ball flying a little easier, a little bit lighter out west in Utah or in Arizona, shouldn't be any question now. 11 home runs by the Bears over the weekend in a 3-game series against Utah. Ball was just flying out of there, and some of those were just crushed by Tice Armstrong in particular over the weekend. So we'll visit with Sean Snedeker coming up in just a moment. We'll take a break, be back with him and more. Stay with us. John Morris Show brought to you by Kish's Complete Car Care Center, family owned and operated. Kish's Complete Car Care in Waco has been serving Waco drivers since 1998, voted #1 auto shop year after year. They are at 5300 Franklin Avenue in Waco. They're open Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Check them out, and if you have any question, you can call and make a reservation. They'll be waiting for you, or you could just pull under that canopy right there in the front. Somebody will meet you out there and say, what can we do to help, and describe the issues, and they will take care of it. You say, well, I'd love to do that, but I can't be stuck there, sitting there all day. Well, they can take care of that also. They've got a shuttle driver, Mr. Dale Kent, who would get you back home or back to work, and I think come pick you up and get you back when your car is ready also. So that is Kish's Complete Car Care Center, 5300 Franklin Avenue in Waco. Check them out, and they'll take care of any needs you have with your vehicle. We're also brought to you by the Brazos Landing and by Alliance Bank, Central Texas. Take a break. Sean Snedeker's in the waiting room. We'll visit with the Baylor pitching coach when we come back. John Morris Show on a Monday, and we'll be back right after this.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports, Pete.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Provident. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to CentralTexasCattleBaronsBall.org.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. And welcome back, John Morris Show on a Monday, and pleased to welcome in Baylor baseball pitching coach Sean Snedeker this morning. A little bit early, nice background there, Sned, subtle flex there, good job. First question is, it is 9:29 here in the Central Time Zone. What time is it there where you are?
It is 7:29 in the morning, and of course Arizona doesn't recognize daylight savings time, so you kind of fluctuate every time you're out in Arizona.
Right. I had no idea. I was trying to figure out what time y'all would play on Wednesday, but Max got me straight. So thank you for that. So you're 2 hours ahead of Central Time right now. We are. And it's beautiful out here, as you can tell. Always love coming to Arizona. Absolutely. Well, thanks for getting up early for us. It does look beautiful out there. Congratulations on the weekend, 2 of 3 from Utah. Game 3 in dramatic fashion. Those were 2 really big wins for you guys.
Quite a weekend for us. We needed that. We're playing well right now. We feel good about heading into the conference tournament with how we're doing. But the offense really, really carried us this weekend. It's a really tough place to pitch. It's an offensive environment. No excuses there from the pitching side of things, but our offense really, really swung the bats well. And obviously one of the most dramatic victories that I've been a part of in all the years I've been coaching on Saturday with the Armstrong home run and all that led up to it.
Yeah, terrific games. I've said this, if there was any question about thin air or altitude and the ball flying, you guys kind of showed that's real this weekend.
It's real, and for both sides. But when you have an offense that I think we hit 11 home runs over the weekend, I think we've hit 15 home runs out of our last 4 games. So we seem to be swinging the bat at the right time. And certainly those top 3 guys in our order have answered the call with Sanders at the top, and then Tice right behind him, and Janusek there in the 3-hole. They tore it up all weekend. And just to kind of set the stage a little bit on that dramatic home run on Saturday, we had gotten behind, big early, and we kept chipping away, and it seemed like every time we got close, we gave it up again. But we had a big performance out of Caleb Bunch in the 6th inning. We brought him in a bases loaded situation, and he worked out of that miraculously. Got a little tapper comebacker to him, and then got a double play ball, which kept us in reach. And then we just kept swinging the bats. So Bunchy did a really nice job there. Ended up going 4 innings for the win at the end. But was absolutely fantastic with 4 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, no walks, 4 punch outs. So he was excellent. And then it was really funny, J-Mo, with as soon as we got up in the 9th, Ewens led off with an incredible at-bat, earned a walk, and then Sanders, as he's done all year long, just clutched with the base hit. But as soon as Ewens got on, the stadium went deathly silent.
Oh, really?
I mean, it was almost like foreboding, where you could see that, hey, this is a possibility. And, of course, in our dugout, we just needed a base runner, because one swing of the bat from our next 2 guys, we're tied up and ready to keep going. But it got deathly silent, and then all of a sudden, Sanders with the big hit, and then here comes Tice with all the accolades and the fear factor with him. And sure enough, they went to the bullpen. We were struggling a little bit with the guy in front of them with the sliders, but they brought in the bullpen, and 2 fastballs later, Tice hit that epic home run. So it was just a huge moment for us, and a big win to get us the 8th seed heading into the weekend.
Man, that was so huge. And you said, I think you posted, you've been a part of a lot of baseball games, but that one, one of the most dramatic come from behind wins you've ever been a part of. Is that right?
There's no question with that. And part of it's not just come from behind, but we were down big early, where that takes a lot out of your sail, and you're sitting there going, man, how are we going to come back from this? But Coach Thompson and our coaching staff has been preaching the entire weekend, hey, this is an offensive environment. Anything can happen. We're never out of it. We're never up too much. But the guys just kept pushing. It just shows the resiliency, the competitiveness, the grit of this roster and of this team to just keep fighting. We never felt like we were out of it, and we just kept inching away and getting closer. And then obviously it set the stage for that in the 9th inning.
Man, you're not in that position if Bunch didn't do what he did, getting out of that jam and then going 4 innings. Like when you brought him in the 6th inning, that was like it was do or die, wasn't it, to bring him in that early?
It was do or die time there, and we had the bases loaded. And if we felt like if we gave up any more runs right there, that it might be out of reach. But he came in and just filled it up and we were fortunate because he got a chopper back to him and got the out at home, and then the big double play ball and a fastball in, and it really carried us. But you always want your guy that has a chance to put a stop to things. You want to put him in the leverage spot. It could be in the 6th, it could be in the 8th, it could be in the 9th, but he was tremendous. And the fact that he carried us for the next four innings was a tremendous gutsy effort on his part, and one that he later told me meant a lot to him. So that was big for him individually and big for us as a team, and it got us the 8th seed.
Wow. Did you know him better than anybody, Bunch? Any concerns about asking him to go 4 innings?
No, he wanted that. His pitch totals were low. He was very efficient. They were swinging early on him, so we felt really good about him being able to go 4. The question would have been if we had tied it, would he have been able to go 5? That was the thing. But we felt pretty comfortable with 4 with the amount of pitches that he threw, and he should be able to recover fine and be ready for the game on Wednesday.
That's great. Let's go back to Friday, and great start by Zach Wallace. I think 6 1/3 innings. Wallace really got you all going, and then the bats, of course, were going big in a 10-3 win.
No question. And Wally really set the stage there in that game. He took us deep into the game. He just kept them off balance. He was really good with all 4 pitches. We were pitching backwards at times, meaning we were throwing off-speed pitches in fastball counts. He was landing his slider, he was landing his curveball. And so he just really kept them guessing the entire time. But he was special. He saved our bullpen that day. We got out to a big lead, and we were able to comfortably win that game. And so we're looking for more of that from him. And then Davenport has been really good all year, and we'll get him going. It's likely that he'll start on Wednesday, and he'll get us going into this tournament. And we feel good about our pitching, and we certainly feel good about our offense and the way we're swinging the bats right now.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about your rotation for the Big 12 tournament. How big was that win Saturday to take the series and get a bye? You don't play until Wednesday. Otherwise, you would have had to play Tuesday. How much does that help your rotation going into the tournament?
Oh, without a doubt. JMO, imagine this. If we have to play on Tuesday, anybody that has to play on Tuesday has to win 5 games in 5 days. And that's quite a task. And I don't know if anybody has the bullpen to do that. I'm not saying it's impossible. It can certainly be done, but that bye, at least get you another day closer to the end. So yes, it was big winning the series, which we needed to do, and we knew we needed to do that heading into the weekend with Utah. We were able to pull that off, and so having that extra day, tomorrow where we do not have to play, at least gets us 3 starting pitchers into the conference tournament, and we'll have to figure it out if we get going past that. But nobody wants to play on Tuesday, but it was really nice to be able to get that day off and play on Wednesday.
Yeah, huge. Never have I been so excited about getting an 8th seed, It was big. I mean, the alternative was not very good. So getting those wins and moving up.
Yeah, no doubt. It really mattered. And so hopefully we can get off to a good start. We'll be playing the winner of BYU or Texas Tech. Both good ball clubs, both guys that we won the season series with. So we know we can beat them, and so we'll just sit back and wait and see who who comes out a winner out of those two guys tomorrow.
Good. Final thought. Don't you think that the team's playing really well offensively, pitching? You guys have really hit your stride here late in the season.
This is the best time to do it, playoff time. And Coach Thompson kind of told us heading into Saturday, hey, this is our first game in the playoffs. And so we attacked it that way, and it was do or die. And the guys just kept pushing and kept pushing. It was just quite a victory. And then obviously, we've gotten contributions from so many. The big three at the top of the order, which I've already mentioned, but Reebok got hot again, had a couple home runs on the weekend. That was huge for us. He's feeling really good about the way he's swinging the bat. And then when you get Ty Joe with the home run and Landcloss with home runs, when you get contributions from everybody up and down the lineup, Buchanan before that, it's just a really good feeling where you have confidence in how you're swinging it. We can score some runs. So, we're feeling good about, starting out on Wednesday.
Nice. Very good. Well, really appreciate your time this morning. Early there in Arizona, but thanks for sharing with us, and good luck this week. We'll be tuned in.
Thanks, JMO. Always a pleasure. I appreciate you. Thanks for all the coverage.
Thank you very much. Sean Snedeker, Baylor baseball pitching coach, live from Surprise, Arizona, where it's 2 hours earlier than the Central Time Zone. We've established that. So he's up at 7:30 Arizona time to be on with us, and we do appreciate that. Baylor's first game will be Wednesday at 6:30 Central Time. 6:30 Central. It'll be 4:30 there in Arizona. It'll be against the winner of Texas Tech and BYU. Those two play in the opening game of the tournament at 6:30 Central Time on Tuesday. And that's, like he said, that's such a huge difference. If they had lost that game and they were behind 10-8 going to the ninth inning to Utah, if Baylor had lost that game, they would be gearing up to play tomorrow, back at it tomorrow. And you wouldn't have, I don't think you'd have Davenport to start. I don't think you'd have Wallace to start, Ethan Calder. I don't think you could start any of those guys tomorrow. So just a huge difference that makes winning that game on Saturday to move up and claim the number 8 seed and get first round bye. You don't play until Wednesday. So huge ramifications there. Great weekend. Great to visit with Sned, and a lot of good things to think about, talk about with Baylor baseball heading into the Big 12 tournament. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll look ahead. We'll share some birthdays with you. One of those, a significant Baylor baseball birthday today. Plenty more to come. Stay with us. John Morris Show on a Monday, brought to you by Alliance Bank, Central Texas, and by the Brazos Landing. And we'll be right back.
Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatments, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports, Pete.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco. One of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
It's the 2026 Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, brought to you by the First National Bank of Central Texas. Tour a variety of homes at different price points, plus see the latest trends from beautiful kitchens to outdoor living spaces. See the latest colors and design patterns. This is your chance to walk through homes, meet the builders, and get inspiration for your own projects. The Heart of Texas Builders Association Parade of Homes, June 5th, 6th, and 7th, and June 13th and 14th. Tickets are available online or at any parade home. For more information, go to WacoHomeParade.com.
We're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Ellen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $13,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $13,000 off a new Ram 2500 Laramie Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Ellen Samuels.
Come by, let's be friends.
David Willey here. I got a question for you. How do you know what kind of deal you're getting on your copier? If you really want to know, give me a call and I'll be glad to talk to you about it. CTWP, your only local copier company.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
And welcome back. Final segment, John Morris Show on a Monday. We appreciate you being with us today. We appreciate Alliance Bank Central Texas and the Brazos Landing great partners with us here. And we will be at the Brazos Landing for a live show on Wednesday, noon to 1, a bonus show. We'll be here at 9 a.m. like normal Central Time, but we'll be there for a bonus show from noon to 1 on Wednesday, followed by Matt Mosley from 1 to 3. So come join us at the Brazos Landing from noon on Wednesday. We look forward to that. All right, we like to share birthdays with you. There is a bit of a discrepancy on one of these, but I'm just going to run with it, and then I'll try to sort things out later. We in the athletic department, Kendall Moore does a terrific job. She puts out a newsletter. I guess it's once a month is when we have a newsletter, and part of that is birthdays for the month during that stretch. So you keep a copy of that close as we do birthdays here. And the discrepancy would be not this. Zach Dillon's birthday is today. Former Baylor baseball great and now assistant coach on Coach Thompson's staff. Zach Dillon's birthday is today. I don't think there's any question about that. Jim Blair's name does not appear on that list, on the athletic department birthday list. But here's a post I see on Facebook saying, happy birthday, Coach Blair, today. And Tom is here. Tom Barfield is here. And Tom was telling me that those guys, both of their birthdays were today. So let's just run with it. Happy birthday to Coach Blair, another former Baylor baseball great and now an assistant coach on Coach Thompson's staff. And he's in the third base coaching box, and Zach Dillon's in the first base coaching box. So we're just going to say happy birthday to both those guys today and hope it's right. So happy birthday. They get to spend it in Surprise, Arizona. Beautiful weather there. You saw that with Sean Snedeker, who was with us. So happy birthday to both those guys. It's also Chris Roof's birthday today. Chris with us in athletic performance and nutrition with Baylor Athletics. Happy birthday to Coach Roof today as well. Going back to yesterday, Kenny Boyd's birthday was yesterday. Kenny, Associate AD for Health and Wellness with us in Baylor Athletics, and my neighbor around the corner. So happy birthday to Kenny Boyd a day late. Others today, let's see, who do we have today? Cole Herring's birthday is today, former Baylor outfielder. Happy birthday to Cole Herring. And that might be it. Dwayne Montigny's birthday is today. Big Baylor softball fan. Happy birthday to him. He is at every softball game. And Dwayne's birthday is today out there in Hewitt. So happy birthday to Dwayne this morning as well. I think that's it. And I want to get to the bottom of the Jim Blair, Zach Dillon. Are they twins? Are those guys twins, separated at birth? And now here they are both coaching at Baylor. Is for both of them, is it both of their birthdays today on the same day? I'll figure it out. I'll get to the bottom of it, and we'll figure that out. But happy birthday to all those folks, and hope each of them have a great day. And if I missed anybody, I apologize for that. Fun deal today. We are going to do a sit-down interview recorded with Coach Dave Aranda to wrap up spring, headed into summer. So I look forward to that. That'll be out either later today or first thing tomorrow on Baylor Plus first is where you can find it, and then more widespread distribution. But look forward to sitting down with Coach Aranda and getting his thoughts on how he felt like the spring went. A lot of new, especially on that defensive side, new coordinator, new assistants, a lot of new players. See how he feels things went in the spring. So always fun to visit with Coach Dave Aranda. That is coming up later today. All right, thanks to Coach Sean Snedeker, who was on with us, Baylor baseball pitching coach. The Bears are in Surprise, Arizona, where the Big 12 tournament begins on Tuesday. For Baylor, it begins on Wednesday with that first round bye. Seen some pictures and some video from that ballpark in Surprise. Looks great. Looks like it's going to be a good size spring training site out there for the Rangers. And that's the connection. If you wonder how did this tournament get to Surprise, Arizona, it is partly because, not completely, but partly because of the Big 12's ongoing relationship and partnership with Rev Entertainment, REV, which runs Globe Life Field and the minor league park in Surprise. And the Big 12 tournament, when it's at Globe Life Field, while it's great to be in a major league park, it just rattles around in there, and there's, no need for any of the upper decks, really. Everybody could sit in the lower sections, and still there'd be a lot of empty seats there. And it's pretty expensive. I think it would be very expensive for the Big 12 to host their tournament there at Globe Life Field. So somehow the decision was made to move it out to Surprise, Arizona, smaller park. I think a good size. It's plenty big enough. Good size park. Think about, remember Bricktown Ballpark in Oklahoma City. Big 12 held their baseball tournament there for many, many years. And that was a really good size. It was plenty big. It was packed when Oklahoma or Oklahoma State would play, but it was plenty big for any and all of the games there. Great location, right downtown Oklahoma City. Walk to the park from a lot of hotels and restaurants right down there in the Bricktown area. So think about that size park in Surprise, Arizona, and that's where they'll play the tournament beginning tomorrow. First four games really are on ESPN Plus. 2 tomorrow, 2 including Baylor's game on Wednesday. Then they move to ESPNU for 4 games on Thursday. Back to ESPN Plus for 2 semifinal games on Friday. Then the championship game is Saturday at 6:30 Central Time, and that's on ESPN2. So pretty good coverage for the Big 12 tournament baseball that begins tomorrow in Surprise, Arizona. And that's how it got there. At least that's part of it, is that connection between the Big 12 and the Rangers. And I don't know who came up with the idea, hey, what about moving it out there? And Arizona's in the Big 12 footprint now, Arizona and Arizona State are right there. So moving it west is kind of new ground for Big 12 baseball. All right, thanks to Coach Snedeker, who was on with us. Always appreciate him. We appreciate you tuning in. Lord willing, we're back tomorrow in the 9 a.m. hour. We'll talk to you then, and thanks for being with us. Thanks to Alliance Bank, Central Texas, and thanks to the Brazos Landing. Remember the live show, bonus show at the Brazos Landing on Wednesday at noon. Have a great Monday.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
At DeCampley's Italian Ristorante, we are committed to providing an authentic Italian experience. Through exceptional service, delicious food, and a family environment, we want our guests to create memories that they will want to share with their family and friends. Open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays. Make your reservation today. Check us out on Facebook and at decampleys.com.
Spring has sprung, and now's a great time to schedule a checkup for your vehicle. As Texas weather changes, it's important to make sure you and your loved ones are safe on the road. Request an appointment online at CompleteCarCareCenter.com today. We're equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on your vehicle. Our experienced technicians can check the health of your tires and inspect your vehicle for any unseen issues. Kish Complete Car Care Center at 5300 Franklin, where we take pride in keeping individuals safe honestly.